Welcome to the Wrestling Nerds Alliance podcast, featuring Rob English, Clifford L. Johnson, and
oh my God, we are back one more time. It's Rob English.
And Clifford L. Johnson.
And we are the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. And this episode is either going to be the worst episode ever, or it's going to be the best episode ever, because my brother is on the other end of this line, sitting there in Atlanta, while I am here in, for some reason, the warm temps of Michigan in late October.
Right, I've been hearing it's been hot as shit.
Oh my God, I put a hoodie on this morning when I took my daughter to school, thinking like, ooh, it's cold out here. By the time I dropped her off and got out of my car, I'm like, whoo, I need to take this hoodie off.
I need some water.
Yeah.
I'm a little parched.
I work from home today, and, I was, kind of getting some stuff done, and then I was like, let me go throw some towels in the dryer or whatever. And I let the dogs out. And when I opened the back door, this
Who
wave
let the dogs out?
Yeah, woof, woof, woof. When I let the dogs out, this wave of heat came flying in through off my deck, and I'm like, my God, it feels like it's summer out there.
Was it because Kane came back?
That's it. That's it. The big red monster demon machine guy. Oh, you said that word.
Hey, I'm only saying what they used to say in the WWE.
You remember when he had the voice box?
Yes.
Like,
my name is Kane.
That's the one character that I just kind of like. I know they wrote a book supposedly that like tells his backstory.
Yeah.
How? Because they have redone that character so many times to where I don't even know what he's supposed to be anymore, aside from Undertaker's brother.
Right.
He was burned, then he wasn't burned. He couldn't speak without a voice box, then he could. He had scars all over him, then he took his mask off and he wasn't scarred, but he thinks he's scarred. He thinks he was burned. He was with a cheerleader once who died. Car accident, Katie Vick, burns, fire, car batteries to Shane McMahon's nuts. He took his mask off and he was just ugly, but then he thinks he's burned and he's scarred, but he's not. And then now he's his brother, and the corporate suit guy, libertarian, normal guy, back to demon, split personality with a wig and not and mask and fire and mayor.
Yeah, mayor. Mayor.
Yes, he's taking time off the campaign trail to come back to WWE, supposedly just for about a month or so. But this was planned for a while, from what I've heard. Him coming back to do this thing, but it pissed everybody off, me included, because when they were saying, "Oh, we might have a fifth guy take on the Shield," I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be Joe."
Right.
It's gonna be Joe, and then the fucking music hit, and he came through the ring. I'm like,
I didn't actually see. I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't see that part of him coming through the ring. I only saw him choke slam Roman. Was there any pyro?
Yes.
Oh, he had pyro?
Kane's the only guy in the world now that gets pyro.
Wow.
I
guess he's like, look, my character doesn't work without pyro.
Right.
So you're gonna fucking cough that money up tonight, buddy. At least for a month. I was
actually interacting with our WCW when Kane came out, and I told her, "Oh, it's gonna be Joe. It's gonna be Joe." She was like, "No, he's injured. He's not due back for a while." I'm like, "Trust me, it's gonna be Joe." And then the fucking music hit, and I threw up in my mouth. Not that I don't like Kane, but
no, I love Kane.
But come on, Kane.
But
You
it's
know,
just it's like why insert him into this type of feud right
right.
now?
This is a feud for younger, newer talent,
Yeah.
kind
Like
of.
if he was coming back to feud with um Braun Strowman to put him over
Right.
and then leave forever, I'd be okay with that.
Let Braun's gimmick be he is the destroyer of all giants to be the one giant
Right.
left standing.
And then give one more Undertaker match at WrestleMania.
Yes, the three buddies, the three musketeers, the three amigos, if you will. You ever see Three Amigos?
I did.
I love Three Amigos.
That was with what? Steve Martin and
Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase.
yeah.
Lucky Day, Ned Niederlander, and Dusty Bottoms.
Yeah, that was funny.
I still
I
use
think I've only seen it one time though when I was a kid.
I still use the joke. I said it to my I said it to my 7-year-old daughter. She didn't get it. My wife was very angry at me after I said the joke, but I pointed out a plane in the sky. I said, "Look, honey, it's a mail plane." And she goes, "Oh." I said, "You know how you know it's a mail plane?" She goes, "No." I said, "Well, you see its little balls?" I'm a horrible father.
Terrible.
I'm a horrible father.
That's bad. That's a terrible thing to say to your
Yeah,
7-year-old.
I know. What can you do?
I'm gonna call Child Protective Services on you.
Yeah. Well, I guess join the club. I'm sure there's plenty of people that think that should happen.
Terrible.
But yes, the Shield is back. The buddies are back together. They're out there fist pumping in the ring. You know, getting crazy.
They're the bromans now.
The chest protector is back on, coming through the crowd.
D'Lo needs all his gimmicks back.
All of them. You know what? The fifth man should have been D'Lo Brown.
It should have been.
D'Lo should have came up through the ring.
What the real deal now?
Right. And just low down the hell out of Roman.
That'd be a pretty heavy lowdown too.
Yeah. I love D'Lo, but D'Lo
Back
low
on a couple of them-
now.
Couple of them pounds.
He's low Brown.
Heavy D'Lo.
But yeah, you know, the three guys, they're out there together. They're getting just crazy cheers. You know, everything they do together is just the crowd's losing their mind. But give the mic to Roman.
And they're tearing his head off again.
Still booing the man.
I don't understand the quote unquote WWE universe. I don't get it. Like, you guys have been clamoring and talking about how much you want the Shield to come back together. And then they finally say, you know what? We're going to give you guys what you want. And then they do. And then they still shit on it.
A hefty, steamy shit.
It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever.
A lot of people are asking how long they think the Shield is going to stick around. I don't know for certain, but I know from what I'm, reading that they're booking them in house show matches in late December. So it looks like it's going to go through to the end of the year.
Yeah, I think I'll probably give it to the Rumble.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm hearing also that it could lead to, a heel turn to break them up again. Who do you think and who do you want the heel turn to be?
I think it'll end up being Dean Ambrose, but I would want it to be Roman Reigns.
I agree that I think it will be Dean, and I'm reading that supposedly that's what it's going to be, Dean and Seth feuding and leading to a match at Mania. I want it to be Dean because
Really?
I know he would be so much better as a heel, and I hate Dean Ambrose now. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Even
I hate
back
him.
in the shit.
I know, but you recall How many episodes was it ago that I said what my inner reaction is when I see Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, but that was like jeans and t-shirt Dean Ambrose. It's
It's
not
still jeans and t-shirt Dean
it's
Ambrose. He's
not
just
chest
wearing the Shield
protector
gear
and
again.
and riot gear.
The fuck, it's Dean Ambrose. Oh, speaking of fuck, what the fuck are they doing to Bray Wyatt?
I have no clue at all.
Okay, he needed something because the Bray character is just dying a slow death with everything they've done to him. They've taken him from being this totally new character. Everybody was excited about the Wyatt family when they appeared. The Bayou Warlock, and his flock of followers, the cult leader, if you will. And then they became the voodoo backwoods guys from the movie Wrong Turn. Then they became just like the hillbilly evil guys. And then Bray became the denim dreadlock having 80s metal guy.
Yeah.
And now all this talk of Sister Abigail, and Sister Abigail initially when they came out, it's kind of like Edge and Christian, how they kind of retconned those characters to where they were brothers.
Right.
Now they're just best friends.
Now they're just best friends.
At one point they were
Wait
cousins.
a minute. I thought they were brothers.
But now Bray Wyatt, he came out and he was saying that Sister Abigail was the one that, taught him and she was in charge of the orphanage that he was, in. Now she was his actual sister at one point during the Randy Orton feud.
Yeah.
And now Sister Abigail is Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, so maybe they have explained this, or maybe they will eventually explain it. Is it that Sister Abigail was a witch?
I guess.
And she was killed, and then she possessed Bray? Is that?
I guess. That sounds better than they've even bothered to try to explain it.
I mean, I could kind of go with that. The whole thing is with WWE, and what they fail to understand is that, I understand that you guys have a PG audience, you have a kids audience, so I get it. But
yeah, and we are men in our 30s complaining about it.
Right, and I understand that, but it's just something about the theatrics of what we're seeing. It's like it's not even good for a kid.
No.
It's like whatever they're doing with this whole, like, how are they going to change him in the ring? Like, they're doing all the stuff on the Titantron where he's himself and then he morphs into Sister Abigail. And it's like, okay, 2 weeks ago they had that god awful voice changer on him, and he's trying to sound all feminine with his voice. And then the next week they take the voice changer off of him, but he's still trying to sound different. And then they do the shit with Finn where he's turning into Halloween Finn on the Titantron, but of course he's not doing it in the ring. So it's just like, what the fuck is happening right now? I don't know. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you talk about when they showed it a couple weeks ago and he had the voice changer going and they were trying to do something with him, but yet the crowd was laughing.
Yeah, because it's laughable. It
wasn't working.
Hilarious. And it's not funny, ha ha, I'm laughing with you. I'm laughing at you, and I'm not supposed to be. It's funny because it's stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was real dumb. I don't know if hang on. I think I want to try to do an impression of Sister Abigail. Hang on a second, okay?
Oh, Lord. We're rolling in 3, 2, 1, and action.
Hello, Bray. I'm Sister Abigail. And I love you. Boy, that's going to sound really awesome when we play that back.
That was bad. I think I'm going to bleep it.
No.
I'm like, hey, I wonder whatever happened to that impression Rob said he was going to do.
I think I forgot to turn the effects off for a second there on the mixer, so I might have started talking again after that happened. But either way, hey, I think I got the point across. No, it was bad.
Either way, it sounded terrible.
It was bad.
It was
but
bad.
The problem is that what they're trying to do with Bray was supposed to try to help revamp the character. Now it might have been the final nail in the coffin.
Oh,
and now it's dragging down Finn Balor.
Right.
This never-ending feud with Finn Balor. Sister Abigail versus the Demon is happening at TLC this Sunday. And Finn stares at the camera, and they do this stupid effect on Monday Night Raw where he turns into the Demon, but yet he looks like a fucking pumpkin.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, hey, it's Halloween time, kids. Let's get the pumpkin demon out.
Right.
Get your pumpkin demon action figures this Sunday at Toys R Us.
You know they're going to fucking put him out. He's going to have a Halloween demon shirt for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But it's hurting him. I feel like they need to end this right away. Finn needs to go over, and Bray needs to take a long time off.
Yeah.
Keep him out. I mean, right now he's off the road as it is. Him, Bo Dallas, and JoJo, they're off the road.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, with the viral meningitis.
Yeah, like they have meningitis.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking nuts. And they're trying to keep him off the road because obviously they don't want other people to catch it.
Fuck yeah. That shit is highly contagious. Good thing they've caught it. Like, I mean, not that they've caught it, but I'm saying like they've got it, under control right now, because that shit can take you out the game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder who gave it to who, huh?
Ooh. And why do all three of them have it?
Right. I'm like, why does Bo have it?
I know Bray and JoJo are,
right.
hooking up, but
my first thought was, wait, Bo too?
Are they? Is this like a brother team? Like, what's going on now?
Come on, brother. Tag your mans.
Tag me in, Bo. I need to get on that ass.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. Where's Charles Barkley?
Terrible. That's terrible. So
yeah,
speaking of terrible.
Speaking of terrible.
Let's get into this other situation that just seems by the week is getting worse and worse. And we're talking about all these people supposedly walking out on WWE. Started with Neville. And now this week, Nia Jax may have walked out of the company. I have a little bit of stuff on what's going on there. As far as the backstory on Neville, this dates back to January. Apparently when they started this whole King of the Cruiserweights thing with him. I mean, granted, it was going on longer than that, but around that time, supposedly he was making known that he was not really happy with his position. As we've talked about before, when he was a main roster guy, and then you put him in the Cruiserweight division, he's not selling merch anymore. He's not, it's just kind of a step down. whether you believe it or not, people listening to the show, being a cruiserweight is a step down, especially in WWE, where they have traditionally, dating back as far as I can remember, not given a shit about cruiserweights.
True.
Um,
Except for Enzo.
except for fucking Enzo.
He's by far the greatest cruiserweight of all time.
Oh,
You know.
I so badly want to disagree with you right now, but you can always hold over my head who is the first cruiserweight to ever wrestle in the main event for the cruiserweight title, cruiserweight champion, and it will always and forever
go with
be
Enzo
Amore. But anyways, Neville, he was unhappy at that time, and who was his opponent at WrestleMania?
Was it Austin Aries?
Aries, correct.
Yeah.
Who walked out of the company, and why did he walk out of the company? Because they weren't going to. Yeah, they weren't going to do anything else with him. They saw him as a cruiserweight, and then when it came to Mania, they took his match that was on the pre-show and they didn't put it on the DVD, which means that the royalty money that he was going to get from those DVD sales did not come to him. Well, apparently that also rubbed Neville the wrong way. He was the champion, and being the guy that he is, he's just been holding off on deciding that he didn't want to do this anymore with WWE. Now, he is probably one of several people that Meltzer's been reporting have been reaching out to Cody Rhodes and saying, hey, just how easy is it out there to make X amount of money? Well, Neville has decided to test the waters. But the problem is nobody knows how much longer he has left on his contract. So really, his fate is in the hands of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
But if he gets released, wouldn't he just still have that 90-day no compete?
Correct. However, from what I have read, this has bothered Vince because of the whole Bullet Club thing. The Bullet Club invasion that happened, a few weeks ago on Monday night, where they were outside the arena and they were causing a big scene. If this was WWE in the 90s, DX taking over, trying to, bust into WCW, WWE was cool with it then, but now for some reason, they're not.
Yeah, even when it comes to how they portray it on the Monday Night Wars DVD or the Monday Night Wars show on the network, it's like that was like one of the most pivotal parts of the Monday Night Wars was the whole DX invasion.
Yeah.
And it was something that was never even mentioned on WCW TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but y'all take that as part of the, the legacy of the Monday Night Wars. And
so when somebody does it to them, it pisses them off.
Yeah.
They start flinging cease and desists out there. Jimmy Jacobs goes outside and takes a picture with his folks, his buddies, and gets his ass fired from WWE.
Oh, speaking
you
of
have
Jimmy
anything
Jacobs,
to say about that one?
Did you see him at the Ring of Honor show?
Yeah.
That was
they need
fucking
to
awesome.
take a selfie, so of course Jimmy Jacobs comes out.
He's looking around. He's like, you, hey, you.
A lot of people were pissed off that Jimmy Jacobs lost his job because of that.
Yeah, because that's some bullshit. Like
I disagree.
Outside of the company, they're your friends though. Like these people, and it's not like, I don't know, man. I guess I understand when it comes to like company loyalty, but like if that's my friend, I should be able to take a fucking picture with them. It's not like
it is kind of it is kind of hypocritical because a lot of those Being Elite episodes, you have guys like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles popping up in the background making cameos, but they never reference them. I just think it's because Vince didn't know they existed. But then once one of the writers went out there and did it, it's kind of like working for McDonald's and posting a picture of you eating fucking, a Whopper. Saying, I love Burger King.
Yeah, but what if you're friends with the fucking owner of Burger King?
Don't put that shit up on social media.
It's like people
Take
take
your
this
selfie
rivalry
and keep
shit
it in your personal
way
shit.
too seriously. Like if I play
But
for the
apparently
Warriors and I'm in Cleveland,
Yeah.
me and LeBron can't go get nothing to eat after the game. But that's my guy.
Yeah.
We played on the Olympic team together. We won gold together. But I can't go get a sandwich with him because we play for different teams. It's dumb. And it's even dumber in the WWE because this is all fiction. Like, it's fiction. It'd be like if somebody from The Young and the Restless was caught in a picture with somebody from fucking General Hospital and they got fired because they were on the wrong soap opera. Like, that shit is dumb.
I mean, it is, but welcome to corporate America, sir.
Yeah, it's all stupid. Whatever.
But now apparently Nia Jax is the next one who may be on her way out. Nia has been unhappy for some time apparently with her push and her finances when it comes to the company. And I guess the last straw was she wanted to, at least this was what was reported, so please take this with about 1,800 grains of salt. She wanted to wrestle Asuka. And then they gave it to Emma, which to me was not the wrong move. But she wanted to wrestle Asuka, and she's not. And then she's kind of been pushed back to the, back of the line again. I don't disagree with her when it comes to creative. They have really yo-yoed Nia to the point to where it's like, okay, well, what is her role? At one point, it looked like she was going to be the Diesel to Alexa Bliss's Shawn Michaels, but then they're feuding and then they're not. They like each other, but they don't.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with her either. There's been, like you said, so much back and forth with her where she comes out, she's a monster. And then she's like, yeah, bitch, we not friends. I'm just trying to get your title. And then the next week they're besties again. And then and then they're not. And then they have a match. And then she doesn't get pinned in the match, but she is out of the match. And then she's not featured back on TV. Like, it's weird. The WWE, I don't get it. I don't understand what happens. Like, I get that, like, certain people, I mean, maybe they have to figure out, like, oh, Emma's been here a while, let's give her a chance. Maybe the women didn't draw in this hour, so we're gonna see if this woman can draw in this hour or whatever. I don't know how their thought process goes or what their writer room looks like, but it's so fucking like night and day from week 1 to week 2. I don't understand, like, the 50-50 booking and just the way that they go right back over and erase some history that literally just happened. It's weird. It's super weird, and I'm really sad because I love seeing Nia on my TV every week. She the best. But I do wish her the best. I mean, if there's anything that's actually, like, if it's, because I was also reading stuff about, like, it was some personal issues, like, she just needed time away. And
I feel like you're going to see Nia again.
Like anything mental or anything, stressful stuff like that. Like, when it comes to the mental health of a person, you want to, support them as best as you can.
I don't want her to leave. I want her to stick around. She's different. She's not like
Most
Well,
girls.
she's not like most girls. Do you know that, Cliff?
I did. I do know that.
You know she's not like most girls.
I do.
What kind of girls do you think she should be like? Should she be like any, or should she just continue to not be like most of them?
She should be like a pretty little butterfly. That's what she is.
Okay. This just took a weird turn.
Yeah. I'm kind of like
But-
delirious right now.
You are. He's operating on very little sleep right now. And then when
Yeah.
this is all done, I'm going to ask him to edit this. So I'm a great friend.
Yeah, you are, you son of a bitch.
We need to edit it so that we can get it up and posted within like the next 2 or 3 hours.
You right. Duty
So,
calls, man.
we're gonna-
So
Got to do what you got to do.
70 hours
Stop.
in the office all week. I had an audition last night. I had to
Mhm.
fucking basically stay up until about probably 5 in the morning after I got off work. And then call time was 9 a.m. So, yeah.
Call time was 9 a.m. and then you just got off at like 8 p.m.
Yep. I came to the crib.
That glamorous
Took the
Hollywood life.
Took the wife to the airport and came home and fed my baby bear, gave him a bath and put him to sleep. And then jumped on the call with you.
Where'd the lady go?
She's out of town for a wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't invited?
I was invited, but, this whole work thing kind of
Yeah.
sucks my balls.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
So,
But
I don't know how to
I
segue from this.
digress. Speaking of sucking balls,
do we want to
Gender.
talk about? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. See, you knew where I was going. You knew it. You could read it. You could feel it. You knew where I was headed. Speaking of sucking balls, Jinder Mahal, ladies and gentlemen. The wrestler himself sucks, but if there's one thing that listeners of our show know, Jinder Mahal is the dopest entrance of all the times. You wanna sing a couple bars for me, Cliff?
We'll cue it up for you.
Ready? Yeah. That's right. Apparently the title of the song is Shar, Sher, and that means lion.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. So we actually
One of these
weren't all that wrong.
I wasn't far off. I wasn't far off when I heard Shar. One of these days, I don't speak Punjabi, but I'm going to memorize the lyrics to that song. And you're going to drop a beat on this, and I'm just going to go.
Hey, if you do that shit, I will pay you.
I don't think you want these bars, son.
Hey, I'm ready.
I'm going to get in a rap battle with you one day.
You don't want to do that.
Get in a rap battle, I'm going to put you on the streets.
You don't want to get your feelings hurt on live podcast radio. Is this considered radio?
It's considered internet.
Internet radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
There you go. All right.
She shar dar, shiki dar, shiki dar, parpy damn. Hot damn, this is my jam.
Speaking of.
Leaving folks salty like a can of Spam.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see, I got bars.
Yeah, I'm going to believe all that.
Looking for the realest, here I am.
Insert the booing laugh track.
Sam who, Sam what, Sam I am.
Boo. Get him off the stage. Where's the fucking Sandman when you need him?
You know what's gonna happen? People are gonna hear that, and they're gonna want more.
Oh God!
We're gonna get tweets.
Please,
We're gonna get
please
tweets,
do
we're gonna
not
get emails.
encourage this man.
Because you know I'm allowed to do that. Because I'm 1% North African.
So what does that have to do with dropping bars?
Because I'm reaching back to my ancestors and pulling in that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Most white folks are rhythmically challenged. Not me,
shit.
however. Not me. Not me.
Wow.
That's right.
I can't. I just can't. I can't anymore.
Because you know, I just showed you. I just showed you. You know? All these years you've known me. You didn't know.
You're right. I was wondering. There was always something, and I wondered why that we had the.
You wondered why you were
the
drawn
connection,
to me, right?
You know, like it was just like something about this dude, man. He seemed cool. Something in his soul.
Because we come from totally different backgrounds, totally, different, areas we lived in. Why did we become best friends? Now you know.
Yep.
You saw deep into a dude's spirit, and you were like, "My ancestor, right there."
My ancestor. Oh God. The views expressed by Robert English is not of the Wrestling Nerds Alliance podcast. Please send all hate mail to WNApodcast@gmail.com.
Just saying. Just drop. Wow. Feel better now that I got that out. Now I know I got it in me. It just came out. Like my just flowed right out my soul for you.
I appreciate that, man. I felt the glow through the speakers here.
Call me Bruce Leroy.
That's right.
I got that glow.
Hey. Hype man. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay. So wrestling guys.
I thought you were about to go. I was gonna let you have the moment. Let you have the floor. You can.
Nah, blood. This podcast don't pay me enough to rap.
But So yeah, Jinder Mahal, ladies and gentlemen. Shiki Dar. Lion. The modern day Maharaja.
But I thought he was an elephant.
No, he might be.
I mean, that's in his Titantron is a big angry elephant. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. Well, then it's the elephant versus the beast because they're talking about its Survivor Series. You're about to get that Jinder Mahal taking on Brock Lesnar. They dropped on the show the other day. I can't remember if it was Raw or SmackDown. I believe it was SmackDown. Talking about Survivor Series is the one day a year when Raw gets to face off with SmackDown.
So it's bragging rights. They've turned Survivor Series into bragging rights.
But I'm okay with that. Have the world title and the universal title face off. Have the IC in the US. So you'll get Jinder versus Brock. You'll get Miz versus
Baron Corbin.
Moist. You finally get the tag teams, Usos against the Shah.
Now that match will probably steal the show.
Okay. And you can even have, the women's champion, Alexa or Mickey, take on,
Charlotte.
Fucking Charlotte.
It better be fucking Charlotte. Wait. There's only TLC and then there's Survivor Series, right?
Yep.
So goddamn Natty's probably going to have the belt until Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Oh. That just hurt me.
But then the rest of the show can be 5-on-5 Survivor Series style matches. Team Raws against Team SmackDowns.
Yeah.
And I think you should do that to where you might have 4 or 5 Survivor Series style matches on the show, or even 2 or 3, you know what I mean? So you can get more people on the show, get more people exposure, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to see a cruiserweight match too.
Cruiserweight 5-on-5.
Yeah. But
That'll be a pre-show.
oh yeah, that'll be the pre-show for sure.
Cruiserweights
You'd
are
get
the new
all you'd get
divas.
the cruiserweight heels versus the cruiserweight faces. So you'll get Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, probably Enzo, Noam Dar, and
Arya Daivari.
Arya Daivari versus Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann, Grand Metalik,
Yep. Kalisto. And what's
Okay, so Grand Metalik is out. You already got one lucha guy doing good lucha things.
oh, you can't have 2 luchas?
No, you can only have one that can do good lucha things.
There
like
can only
Kalisto.
be one. All right, so Grand Metalik is out. I don't even know who else is left. Well, no, TJP's a heel now. Why are they turning everybody heel? They turned TJP and Jack Gallagher heel. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. My brain is mush. It's literally gravy and jello going on up here, so let's just keep it moving.
Yeah. But no, that's what I would like to see happen at Survivor Series.
I would be
Just
okay
do the
with
whole
that.
show.
But
The whole show.
just
Raw versus
knowing
SmackDown.
Jinder versus Brock, that would literally just be like a massacre. And I don't think it'll do anything for the WWE Championship.
No.
That's the thing that I
No.
think is going to be the worst part of it.
Has the WWE Championship meant anything less than it does right now?
Oh my goodness, no. It's going to
And the
mean the
sad thing is
world when they go to India for 2 weeks. And then after that.
Jinder is going to hang on to the belt until at least Rumble. I guarantee it.
Ugh.
That means that he will have had the belt
For like
from
8
May.
months.
Yes, until January. So if I would have told you a year ago, not only is Jinder Mahal going to become world champion, but he is going to have one of the longer reigns
Jeez.
in the last several years.
What do you think? Okay, so at the end of this experiment, whenever he drops the belt, what do you think is going to happen to Jinder after that?
He will be the next Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
He will go back down to mid-card, basically even lower mid-card hell, and you will not see Jinder again. Except for when they go to India and he'll be a face.
That's crazy. Yep, I feel that's going to happen.
But at least we got the theme song.
You're damn right.
Shashardar Shikidar. You know how many people tweeted us and say now that whenever they hear the song, they think of us?
I'll take that.
You're welcome, everybody.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome.
We're patting ourselves on the
else?
back right now.
That's right. You know what else is the other thing that gets stuck in everybody's head whenever they see a certain wrestler?
Moist.
Moist. What's up, Barry Corbs? Anyways, kind of zipping along here because I need to get my friend in bed.
Whoa.
See, as soon as I said it. Yep.
No.
Yeah. As soon as I said it.
No.
You think anybody has ever wrote any WNA fan fiction?
The warm crevice.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. As soon as I said, got to get my friend in bed, I'm sure that what was that song from Family Ties years ago. What do you think
I would do
at
in
this
a moment?
Oh, God, this went really, really.
Oh, super left.
Hey, let's talk about our WCW.
WCW. Hey, yeah, let's go from something that's super left and go all the way to the right here.
Yeah, cue that Scott Hall.
How many people here came to see WCW?
And
Talk about our WCW.
Our WCW, first of all, is fucking awesome.
I love our WCW this week. Not that I haven't loved all of our WCWs.
All of our WCWs have been great.
All of them are great.
My Smiley Baby Boo.
Yeah.
Is awesome.
Talking about Smiley. You can follow her on Twitter at Smiley Baby Boo. That is SMILEYBABIBOO.
And she's half Jamaican. So she's gonna cook us some jerk.
Yeah.
She says she put hot sauce on everything.
Shout out to Frank's Red Hot.
Because they liked our tweets. That was pretty fucking awesome.
I do put that shit on everything, by the way.
Man, mac and cheese.
Oh my God.
Cereal.
I can't have mac and cheese without Frank's Red Hot on it. And I put tons on it too. Like it stinks.
Wow.
It's bad.
I put it on cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Yeah, man.
You ever put it on nuts?
And jelly sandwiches.
You ever put it on nuts?
Bro, we're talking about our WCW here.
I'm sorry.
Revert. Let's not revert, bro.
Smiley.
Keep it positive here.
Smiley said she was going to make us some chicken and some jerk chicken and some... I need to go down to Florida.
Yeah, I might make that journey. We right down the street,
child.
Yeah,
you closer than I am.
We right down the street.
I'm stuck up here in the mitten. You down there near the... Florida does kind of look like
we in the dirty.
Florida does kind of look like the dick on the United States, doesn't it?
Nope. Does not. Looks like
one operating on less sleep, and I'm like...
I don't know what's wrong with you today.
Yeah. But anyways, Smiley, I'm sorry. We're talking about dicks and hot sauce and whatever. You deserve more. So we're going to tell everybody, follow her on Twitter at SmileyBabyBoo. You will not regret it. She is awesome. She loves her wrestling. She's a good person. She's very happy. She's very, she makes you smile, which is a good reason why she's Smiley.
And she cute too.
Yeah.
So hey.
Doesn't hurt, them pictures.
Hey.
But yeah, she was very touched that we named her our WCW of the week. She even sent us that little video thanking us, which I thought was very nice.
I thought some tears was gonna start rolling.
I know. I was like, thank you, Smiley.
Thank you. Thank you, Smiley.
Is everything okay?
Are you done whining?
A little bit. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No?
I'm not done whining. I'm not done. I kind of feel like I got a few more things I want to whine and complain about right now. We've been the positive as best we can podcast for the last several weeks, but that's just done nothing but build up a lot of...
Have we talked about any happy things this episode?
No, this week has been...
This week has been bad.
You're grumpy because you haven't got a lot of sleep, and I'm grumpy because that's just how I live. And I feel like I need to talk about something that's been bothering me for a few weeks, and it just kind of hit me when I was watching SmackDown the other night.
Well, go ahead, brother. Tell them why you're mad, son.
What are they doing with Rusev?
Oh, no.
I don't understand. Why did you move him to SmackDown? You remember when, for a few weeks, he was like, oh, I'm not coming to SmackDown until I get a world title shot.
Right.
And then they brought him back, and he jobbed out to John Cena. And then he went right into a feud with Randy Orton, and he was his bitch for several weeks. People want him to be a face. He's funny. He's entertaining. He needs something, kind of like what you did with Bray, but you waited too fucking long and now you've ruined him. Do something with Rusev. I mean, if you've seen him on social media, if you've, seen some of his interviews he is a funny guy. Turn him face, make him different. Just put him out there as like the big brute who has a sense of humor. You know what I mean? Do something. And for God's sakes, put Lana back with him.
Right.
Why are they separated? Lana's not wrestling now.
Right, now she's managing Tamina.
No, when she does wrestle, she has like she's the new Mizdow. And what I mean by that is go back and watch SmackDown. When Naomi does her little dive to the outside, she lands on Tamina and somebody else, I want to say it was Natty, and Lana is a good like 3-4 feet away from Naomi, but yet she falls down like she got landed on.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, why did she fall?
Just some people can't do it. And if it's turning out that she cannot wrestle, that's fine. She's perfectly fine as Rusev's manager and being on the outside of the ring and being a character. She does not need to be in the ring. I personally love Lana.
I love Lana.
I love Lana. I'd like to see more of her. But ever since she's been paired up with Tamina, that has stalled out, just like most things on SmackDown. And I wonder
That's so
why.
crazy. I don't know what happened. Because just a few months ago, we were raving about how much better SmackDown was than Raw. And at one point, they had even got a better rating than Raw, didn't they?
I don't know about that, but it was probably close.
They were very close. But I don't know what's happened lately. I really don't. I think they've taken this whole land of opportunity thing and they've like turned it on its head. Because this shoving gender down our throats, shoving Moisty Corbin, and you're jobbing out Shinsuke Nakamura. You don't know what the hell is going on with Bobby Roode. He disappears. He debuts, gets one of the loudest pops on the fucking show, and then he's not heard of for weeks for reasons unknown. And then he's randomly feuding and trading damn victories and pinfalls with Dolph Ziggler, who at this point I just hope gets released and goes to New Japan.
I do too.
Because I can't take him on my television anymore.
It's dumb. Whatever they're doing with him is dumb. It makes no sense. And Bobby Roode looks so fucking uncomfortable being a babyface.
Yeah.
And the character doesn't make any sense as a babyface. He's an arrogant fucking prick.
Yeah, it's like, how do you take that and turn him into, like, I guess it's different because they're, the WWE is against this whole heel face shit at this point. It's like either you cheer for the guy or you boo the guy.
I really don't think they are. I think that's what they say. I think that's what they say.
Is it the audience then?
I don't know. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know. There's just something about the product anymore that it's a chore now more than it's ever been to watch the show. But yet the roster is more deep and talented.
But I don't understand
than it has ever been.
Ever. I mean, you've got guys that have, even the guys that have been on the indies that have moved up, and the guys that were in TNA, you got the AJ Styles and the Bobby Roodes and Samoa Joes now. But it's still like, wait, you have all this talent. You've pulled up people from NXT. You've stolen people from Ring of Honor. And now you have literally the best talent roster ever.
You are literally the major leagues of wrestling now, because everybody that was worth a damn in the minors, you've pulled up or signed. They're in your bench. They're in your farm system. But yet the way you write the shows, it's like you can't remember what type of show you are from week to week. You know, Raw, when it comes to certain characters, has been damn consistent. Look at Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
The way they've built him has been phenomenal. By far, the most standout character in WWE for the last probably year and a half.
For sure.
Okay? But yet you go over to SmackDown, and a guy like AJ Styles, who in many ways, and is arguably with most people, the best wrestler in the world, he's not going to get booed because of who he is, but yet you don't feel the same way you felt about him when he first came into the company. Nakamura. How do you fuck up Shinsuke Nakamura? But you did. The guy doesn't have to talk. And you give him a new nickname every fucking week. He's the artist. He's the rock star. He's the combat artist. He's the fucking waka waka guy. I don't know what the fuck you want to call him. But what do? You hand him a mic. He understands English. He speaks English. But it's his second language. He's not as strong on the mic as a Bobby Roode's going to be. Everything about Shinsuke Nakamura is the character. It's how he's presented. It's the way he walks to the ring. It's his style in the ring. Everything about him is electric and frenetic, and it's just, he's different. But yet you do the one thing that he really is not good at, and you give him a mic and you make him, you know, give a fucking promo like he's The Rock. He's not. He can't cut a promo like that, and you're gonna expose him when you do that. And when you expose him to people that don't know who he is, that's it. You've ruined him.
Yep.
Mike Kanellis, while not the greatest, you know, worker, you could have done a lot of things with Mike Kanellis, and you definitely could have done a lot of things with Mike Kanellis and his wife Maria. But you debut him in this bizarre gimmick, and what's the first thing you did? Literally minutes after he debuted, you had JBL cut his dry ass little. He took her name. So you just cut his nuts off. 2 minutes after he just debuted. And what's the problem with that gimmick? He loved his wife so much, so he took her name? I didn't do that. I don't know many people that did, but who gives a shit? It's 2017.
Yeah, the whole thing is just stupid. Not stupid for him to take her name, but stupid of them to make that a point.
He loves his wife. Isn't he funny?
Right. Like, wait, we're supposed to boo this guy because
they're so much in love.
Dumb.
The club.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the club? Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are so entertaining. And they're damn good workers. But you've basically made their gimmick. One has a funny laugh. And the other one calls everybody nerds like he's Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
That's their gimmick.
But was that them though? Or did somebody give them that?
I'm sure somebody gave them that. Or it could just be something that they came up with. It works. So then turn them. Do something with them. And I know you can't do something with everybody. I understand that. But you can't consistently keep somebody on your TV for a couple of weeks. Luke Harper.
Oh, sad Luke.
I love Luke Harper. You could have done anything with Luke Harper. And leading into WrestleMania last year, Luke Harper, the fans seemed to legitimately want him to get into the world title match and make it a 3-way. He was starting to get cheered. People were chanting for him. And then what'd you do? The guy got in the best shape that I've seen him in forever.
Mm-hmm.
And you took him off TV because you planned to repackage him. How did you plan to repackage him? Well, we're going to team him up with Rowan again. Why? Rowan is a bag of suck. A big red bag of suck. In a jumpsuit that's way too tight and crawls up the crack of his ass. So let's put them back together. So you decide to put them back together, but then you were going to reveal them as the people who the fashion police were after. And you still technically could. What was that clue a couple weeks ago? 2B. Well, you revealed them as the Bludgeon Brothers. There you go, 2B.
Right.
But your idea of repackaging them was giving them big fucking hammers.
And that is the whole thing. That just made me think about that. So they did that whole 2B thing with the Fashion Police.
One week you say we're going to have the next episode of the Fashion Police next week. Tune in. Then that week you tune in and either A, you don't say why, or B, you do and say, we're not going to have one this week. Tune in next week. Watch the pay-per-view. So it's like, whose fault is that? Is it Road Dogg?
Yeah.
Is it Vince? Whose is it? Why do you do that on SmackDown? I know you have 2 hours instead of the ridiculous 3 hours that you have on Monday for Raw. But whose fault is it that you can't consistently do anything? I mean, even talking about the cruiserweights, Cedric. You could be doing so much more with Cedric Alexander. Yeah, he is not the most charismatic individual, but you don't need that all the time.
Right, who cares?
The guy's phenomenal in the ring. He barely ever misses a spot. He's fluid. He's always on point.
Give him a mouthpiece.
Give him a mouthpiece. And I don't mean Titus.
Right.
Give him somebody else.
Give
him a Bill Alfonso.
Good. Right.
I don't literally mean Bill Alfonso, but what I mean is give him a hype man.
Right.
Make him like
Paul
RVD.
Heyman.
Let his ability in the ring get him over. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's not hard. I don't know. Just whining and complaining, I guess.
Whining and complaining, bitching and moaning.
But it's true.
You right. I ain't even gonna fight you on this one because I'm right behind you. Pause.
Whoa. More WNA fan fiction. Oh, wow. Shit, I just looked at Twitter and I saw Follow Friday on there from the Broadcast guys, and then I remembered, oh, yeah, it's because it's Friday in Australia.
I'm like, wait, it's not Friday yet, but got it. Yeah. Thanks, mates.
That's up, mates. Go check out the Broadcast, BROKAST.
Part of the PPPPWO.
That's right. Oh, boy.
Nope, can't do it.
You want to hit some mailbag questions?
Mailbag.
There you go. Let's see, what do we got here? We got
Read them.
Penguin Club Podcast at Penguin Club Podcast on Twitter. Will you please never mention your penis on the show again? I make no guarantees.
My penis or your penis?
Mine. I'm a fan of penis. Mine, at least.
I was about to say, wait. Stop.
And I will talk about it anytime I damn well please. Thank you very much. It's my damn show. You got a podcast? Talk about yours on yours. They also have another question. What the fuck? If you were a fruit, what fruit would you want to be and why?
You're already a fruit.
I would be I would be a star fruit because I am a star. Big shiny star.
Yeah. I'd be a blackberry
Oh, because you're black.
because I'm African.
That's right. Let's see.
Yeah.
I know we got more than this. What the hell?
What's up with our mailbag?
Yeah.
Nobody
Here we
gives a
go.
fuck about us.
All right. From our buddy, oh, I remember this one because this led into the little mini Twitter argument I had with our the 35-year-old man who plays a character on Twitter who just wants to rip into people to try to piss them off to get attention. He jumped in our mentions. Yeah, that guy. Anyways, from Neon White at Coach Kidwell on Twitter, if the plan is to keep the belt on Jinder through the India tour, why waste a program with AJ?
Because Jinder needs someone strong to put him over. And they're going to sacrifice AJ for the greater good of this India tour. Which you could have really still had a successful India tour without Jinder Mahal as your champion. But I guess I get it. I mean, did they feel like they wouldn't fill the house up without an Indian champion, or is this just they're trying to get some great PR over there? I don't know what the whole thing is. But whatever. It's a business decision. And if it's making money for them over there, 1.8 billion people?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon's like, hey, buddy, we can't have pyro anymore because we're hemorrhaging our funds here. So we're going to go over to India where there's 2 billion people to spend money with us. Even though that's not really the case because the poverty levels there is fucking astronomical. But,
Yeah.
I get it, though. I understand.
Next question comes from buddies over at the Fan Show at Fan Show Official on Twitter. Would Nia be better suited on SmackDown?
Nia would be better suited anywhere that they actually let her destroy people and become champion.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say Nia would be better off in a consistent program where they play up her uniqueness, play up the fact that she's a monster compared to the other women on the roster, and let her be. You have something very unique in Nia Jax. She's gorgeous. She's bigger. She's not built like the other girls on the roster. But because of that fact, she can also do things that they can't do.
Right.
So play it up. I mean, if you want to turn her into the female Vader and let her just destroy people, do it. What's wrong with that?
That's exactly where they should be going with her. I feel like
But the difference between her and Vader is I would like to spend some time with Nia Jax. I don't want to spend time with Vader.
Most definitely. But the thing about her is that I feel like the streak that they gave to Asuka in NXT, I feel like that type of gimmick would have fared better with Nia Jax. Because she's a beast, because she's unstoppable. If she would have held on to the belt for a year And that's the crazy thing is she never even got the NXT Women's Championship. And now she hasn't sniffed the Raw Women's Championship. And there's no possible reason that she shouldn't be.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I started to read a little further. The Penguin Club podcast, will you please never mention your penis on the show again? There was actually a comment right below that from a Jamie Coughlin at Jamie Coughlin, Cauglin. He said, I'd love to hear at that Rob guy and Tony Schiavone discuss that subject. Hashtag just a couple of dicks. Which on Schiavone's show, he always refers to his penis as a button on a fur coat. So I said, button on a fur coat, not me. Anything to make it appear bigger. Yeah. Wow.
Gross.
That was our questions. That was our mailbag. Oh no.
No,
Holy crap, I almost forgot the most
one
important question.
Good one.
I almost forgot the most important question.
Not to say that you guys didn't have good questions, but
and our most important shout out of the week. I told the man we were going to give him a shout out, and he damn well deserves it.
Oh yeah.
Talking about our buddy Matthew Skeets over in the UK. He is a new listener of the show. He heard about us on the Something to Wrestle With podcast, and he enjoyed our show so much that he actually went back and listened to every single episode of ours from episode 1 up until last week's episode over the course of 2 weeks, and now is caught up and is listening to this episode today. And I wanted to give that man a shout out because I am going to speak for my buddy on the other end of this mic and say we are absolutely humbled and appreciative that you enjoyed the show so much to devote that much time to listening to my annoying ass voice. Thank you.
Our annoying ass voices.
You got a nice voice.
Jeez.
You like that? I was paying you a compliment.
Can we make Matthew our MCM?
Our man crush Monday? No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, cool.
You know, looking at his twit pic here, Twitter pic, he looks like he's an attractive man, but you know, Matthew, I love you, buddy, but I'm not I don't have a crush on you.
Nah, bro.
But yes, I wanted to make sure we gave him a shout out this week, and I can't believe I waited this long. I wanted to do it at the beginning of the show, but you know, shit happens. So Matthew Skeets at Skeets SKEATS _ capital L capital K capital T on Twitter has a great question. How would you book the final 4 in this year's Royal Rumble match, and who wins?
Ooh, shit.
Right? See? That's a damn good question.
Why didn't I get this question earlier to prepare?
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
That's all good. You know what? Just off the cuff here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to let you go last because I know you probably got some shit brewing since you
Yeah.
already knew the fucking question. But I'm going to go with my final 4 will be AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And I will go with my winner. So the first one out of that one to go out will be Bobby Roode. Bobby, and he gets eliminated by AJ Styles. Then Samoa Joe eliminates Shinsuke Nakamura. And then AJ Styles eliminates Samoa Joe. AJ Styles goes on to WrestleMania, and Shinsuke Nakamura wins the title from Jinder Mahal at the next pay-per-view before WrestleMania. So AJ versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Bam.
You know
Book
what's
that
funny?
shit.
This is why we're best friends.
Shut your mouth.
Okay. My final four for the Royal Rumble: AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
No, excuse me. I'm wrong. I did not have AJ Styles in there. I had Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. No, I did. That's why. And I'll get to that in a minute. AJ is not in the final four. Okay.
Okay.
So Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe. They're going at it. They all try to team up on Braun Strowman because he is the monster and he's just laying them all out. He's, doing what Braun does. He picks up Bobby Roode, goes to eliminate him. Bobby Roode squeezes out. Braun goes to lay out Bobby Roode. Samoa Joe comes out of nowhere, clotheslines him over the top rope. Braun is eliminated by Samoa Joe. Braun is now arguing with Joe. They're going at it because this is going to lead to a Samoa Joe Braun Strowman match at Mania. While he is arguing with Braun, Bobby Roode eliminates Joe. It's now down to Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura. They're facing off. One thing leads to another. Shinsuke eliminates Bobby Roode. He is the winner of the Rumble, going to take on the current WWE champion, who is the phenomenal AJ Styles, who defeated Jinder Mahal at the Royal Rumble earlier that night. You now have at WrestleMania Samoa Joe versus Braun, Shinsuke versus AJ, perhaps even Bobby losing at the Rumble caused a heel turn. Something like that. I don't know. But my plan also was to have AJ and Shinsuke at Mania for the title.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Damn, I like that question. That was fun.
Good job. Matt, you're the guy.
Yeah, man.
You're the guy. And
Thank
we are
you again.
definitely there, very, very thankful and humbly humbled.
Oh.
We're humbly humbled.
So TLC's this weekend.
TLC.
You want to do a quick rundown of this? I mean, I don't really want to get too in depth because I'm just kind of.
Can we lightning round it?
Yeah, let's lighten round. Okay.
My eyeballs are burning.
All right. Pre-show: Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks. Who's winning?
Sasha.
I'm gonna go with Sasha too. Cruiserweight Championship match. Champion Kalisto defends against Enzo Amore.
Enzo Amore
yes,
wins the Cruiserweight Championship and holds it for the next 3 years.
Yeah, I actually said it last week. Enzo's going to win it back. Cruiserweight tag match. The Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher taking on Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. Who wins?
The black guys.
The black guys. I'm going with the white guys. How about that?
All right.
Of
course you would.
That's right. Women's championship match. Mickie James going against Alexa Bliss for the women's title. Who wins?
Alexa retains.
Alexa retains because she is setting up for her upcoming match against the winner of this next match, who I'm sure we're both going to say Asuka versus Emma. Asuka. Hands down, bar none. And I bet fucking any amount of money That's a lock.
Goddamn Vince McMahon is going to have Emma win.
Oh, God. Can you
Fucking
imagine
telling
the
you, bro.
outrage the next day?
I am telling you. Continue.
The demon, the pumpkin demon, taking on Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt, in under burlap with makeup on. Who
Of
wins?
course, fucking demon is going to win.
Yeah, pumpkin demon's gonna win.
Is this considered domestic violence?
It kind of, yeah. Well, no, because the demon is a supernatural entity. It's not a man. Demon could be male or female. It's really not anything.
Mm.
And technically, Sister Abigail is not a woman. I guess you could say that.
But Bray's identifying as a woman.
That's true. Bray's identifying as a woman in this match. So yeah, you may be right. You may be onto something here.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. No, we're not talking
Let's
about it tonight.
discuss.
I'm not in the mood.
It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So
Okay.
let's talk about it.
Main event, the only TLC match on the TLC pay-per-view, which I'm okay with. 5-on-3 handicap match. The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns taking on The Miz, Cesaro and Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Kane. Does anybody believe Shield's not going to win?
I do.
You think they're going to lose?
They have to. They have to. There's no way. Like, I get the whole you want to make the Shield look strong, but you got Braun Strowman over there. It could literally be Braun Strowman versus the Shield, and I would still think that Braun Strowman had a chance to win that match. But you have 5 guys versus 3. I can't go with the whole let the faces win this time. Even though they're going to.
Interesting.
But I would prefer that they didn't in this moment.
Okay.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Hey, you do you. I'm going to go with the Shield, though, on this one.
Of course you are, because you're a mark.
That's, is what it is.
And is that it? Is that the main event?
That's the main event.
No Brock. No title being defended.
No.
Again. And then it won't be defended at Survivor Series. What are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
Not you, dummy.
Talking
Talking
about
about the
WWE?
E.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Anyway. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Wrestling has ruined my life this week.
I'm sorry.
Bastards.
Are you proud of me?
I am not. Not at all.
You don't even know what I'm asking about.
No, I'm not. For turning
Yeah,
47 years old.
By the way, thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday on Twitter this past Tuesday, the 17th. Fuck you, Clifford L. Because I am not 47 years old. Not even close.
The people believe it, though.
They did. They did. There was quite a few people that were like, happy 47th. I'm like, I'm not 47. I'm not 47. Even my girl Chelsea over in the UK turned on me this week. She
What'd you
sent me
do
the
to
one that
Chelsea?
said, happy 357th birthday.
Uh-oh. You're like a vampire.
I'm like, a what? I'm like a vampire?
You're like a vampire. Chelsea is our WCE.
Our woman crush every day?
Every day.
Every day.
WCE. Every day.
Oh, I did. Okay, hang on. Chelsea.
What'd you do?
What's up, Chelsea?
What'd you do?
Love you, girl. Told her I was going to do that.
I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, love you, girl.
So I don't know. I kind of feel like we're just winding down to a crawl here. Like I said, this could be our worst
wound
episode
down
ever.
I wound down about an hour ago.
Do we need to
My
do
eyes
something
have been
else?
closed this entire show. Something else?
Do we need to not do wrestling anymore?
Nah, man, I fucking love wrestling.
I love wrestling too.
But maybe, wrestling is starting to get me down. It's stressful. And I'm a grown up. It's like
there
shouldn't be
hang on.
Shouldn't be stressed out about the changes in the fucking stories that some weak ass writers coming up with that I have no control of. But maybe we should talk about some other stuff.
Maybe we'll talk about
Maybe we'll actually talk about
housewares.
what the fuck we're doing in our lives. You're a fucking
whatever the
geek.
fuck we want to talk about.
You talk about computers and fucking typing up code and shit.
No, that's boring as shit.
Hey.
Oh, for those of you that are expecting a Make It Work segment this week, we are holding that off until next week.
Yeah, because that totally
segment may officially be Rob only from now on. And we might just make it a bi-weekly thing. Because Cliff does not enjoy it.
It's not that I don't enjoy it. No, I enjoy it. I just don't have the fucking time. This is like, and I know I don't want to complain because I love doing this show. I love doing it every fucking week. But they are killing me at the office, bro. It's crazy. Making TV, it shouldn't be this hard. It's hard work, bro. It's hard fucking work. And I'm trying to get through it. And then all
Gwyneth
this other
Paltrow
shit
says that being a working actress is harder than raising 2 children.
I wouldn't say all that, but
okay, there you go.
Definitely fucking hard.
I was waiting for you to step into that one.
Yeah, come on, Gwyneth. Get your shit together.
Go steam your vagina.
Whoa.
She does that shit.
Rob's words, not mine.
I'm not making it up. Have you ever steamed your vagina, Cliff?
What?
When we're done here, Google Gwyneth Paltrow steam vagina. Don't tell Crystal that's what you're Googling.
You know what? Just so I can go do that right now.
Okay. I think it's time for us to go home. So what's your name?
I'm Clifford L. Johnson.
Steamy McVagina? Okay, there you go. Clifford L. Johnson. I'm Rob English. And I'm saying to you, when life hands you adversity, always kick out at 2.
Tweet.